Manny Medina is the co-founder and CEO of Outreach, a Seattle software company valued at more than $4 billion in a funding round this summer. Building the sales engagement startup, though, hasn't been easy. Medina told me about a crisis early in the company's life when a co-founder, Gordon Hempton, recognized the need to rewrite software at a crucial moment. It was the right call, but they nearly ran out of money.
I feel like a loser, right? Like, I have all my friends who came out of business school are, sold their companies and they're making a lot of money and they're, partying like it's 2000. And I'm trying to figure out what are we going to do for the next 2 months, because Gordon needs to replatform, and I can see the value of Outreach, and the team is very excited, but we're almost out of cash again.
Well, I caught up with Manny recently, and it's a different story. He's got 1,000 employees now. Outreach's business, using artificial intelligence to help salespeople identify good leads, makes some different kind of sense here at this moment, where sales has to be less about handshakes, more about emails and Zoom calls.
So you hear a lot about AI and machine learning. But we did that for sales and for sales engagement, but we did it in such a way that was useful. So, for instance, we released not too long ago the ability to read sentiment on email. So now our customers can see reports around the communication with their customers, but they also know what the tenor of that communication is. Is it positive or negative? Is it tentative, or is it trending in the right direction? So the ability for us to made all those investments 3 years ago, before the pandemic hit, before we went digital first, foreseeing a world that was moving more online and more digital, allow us to really deliver, cutting edge innovation for our customers. But those are investments that you have to make 3 years ago. So you have to have beliefs and leaps of faith.
Yeah, Medina says that he sees companies now settling into a mode where people are going to meet first virtually in a digital realm and then reinforce those relationships in person. Now, first I was skeptical of that. Then I realized I've only met him.
Digitally.
Right? Digitally. We're looking forward to getting together at some point. And I talked to Brett Taylor at Salesforce. Dreamforce is getting started this week. They're only going to have 500 people on site. Normally, it's tens of thousands. And they are engaging. I mean, it's Salesforce. And they're engaging this way. So they say it's here to stay.
So he said something that was interesting there. He said our artificial intelligence will be able to help their customers analyze the emotional tenor of a chain of emails. Yep. Is it going well? Is it not going well? Why do you need a machine to do that for you? I mean, can't you just read it? I mean, doggone it, John. I know when you're ticked off, or when I'm ticked off in an email, right?
Well, yes, but think about volume here, right? These companies are trying to send out lots of email and distinguish which leads are worth following up on. And so that's a booming business now. When, you're a company, you're doing business virtually, you can't go to a conference and sort of like invite everybody to your dinner in the same sort of way. You got to send out to get leads and then figure out which are the ones to call. And, I really wanted to spotlight Manny. He grew up in Ecuador. Of course, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. And it's so interesting. There aren't that many of these unicorns, and now it's worth $4 billion, that have been founded and co-founded by Latino entrepreneurs. And he's just done tremendous work out there. You notice he never sits down, right? All the interviews, he's standing up. I got a friend who actually works for him, and he's like, he's not just doing that for interviews.